You're not having it. No. You're not. Even the baby. No. No. Acting like a baby is not going to work. It's mine. You're not going to give up, are you?
A piece of corpse in the stomach of a civilized man, and yet we speak with the horror of cannibals eating human corpses. Dr. Ottoman Zardusht Harnish, MD, vegetarian.
With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
برنامه‌های ما شامل زبان‌های بسیاری است. از این وبسایت‌ها دیدن فرمایید: suprememastertv.com/schedule و suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
When you're visiting a lovely friend's home in the gorgeous Cook Islands and they ask you how you're doing, you can reply with "Me taki ua au," which means "I'm good, thank you," in Cook Islands Maori,
one of the country's official languages. My name is Meilani.
The faithful Cook Islanders are happy to see that you're an honest person who always speaks the truth and helps those in need. May your honesty inspire others to be ethical in God's mercy. The Cook Islands is an archipelago of 15 islands in the cerulean blue South Pacific Ocean. Surrounding the entire island region is the Marae Moana Marine Protected Area, a vast reserve that safeguards underwater ocean life. The islands are also known for their verdant tropical forests, with national parks, like Suaro, being home to a diverse group of bird people. These include the people from the Rarotonga Monarch Kingdom, unique to the Cook Islands. They have a special family unity as their grown children often stay to help protect and raise younger siblings. On the main island of Rarotonga is the capital, Avarua, a tranquil harbour town. Its vibrant market, the Pūnanga Nui, is the perfect place for visitors to meet local Cook Islanders and enjoy deliciously fresh fruits and vegetables, as well as traditional crafts. The Cook Island people are warm-hearted, welcoming, and live simply in the way of earlier generations. The maximum speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour, and buildings are constructed at a height no taller than a coconut tree. Cultural traditions include the waka, an ancestral voyaging canoe that is navigated using only natural signals from the sun, moon, stars, and even the colour of morning and evening skies. It was captivating to learn about the picturesque Cook Islands with you, endearing viewers. May you remain sincere and pure at heart, spreading joy wherever you go, in heaven's love. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world, the needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is the beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in central Ao Lac, Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe.
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia.
All religions tell you, be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia.
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa.
I will show you how to get direct teaching.
And South America.
And keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
As well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real, lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse, it's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place, silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
Hai, she also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Por una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations will shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet. And it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
We now invite you to watch the first part of this philosophical lecture titled Why People Are Attracted to Practitioners, Part 1 of 3, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on June 26, 1992, in New Jersey, USA.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Go home, yeah? See? Okay, then you can show them the tape of the United Nations today, since you have not been there, huh? You can have a look. They were talking about, interestingly, somebody asked about how they destroy the forests in Brazil and make a lot of floods. Remember? In the newspaper, yeah? Just yesterday I scolded some guy because cut one tree. I have a reason for everything. I do things with reason, so please be careful with what you do, huh? I don't like anything half done, half cooked. So I have to cook you well, because I love you. I cook you well. You see how beautiful it is, pocket under the trees, between the trees, yeah? Looks so nice. And even there are no cars there, we feel nothing changed much, okay? From the outlook, it's still beautiful. If everyone parked one car and cut one tree, can you imagine how long this forest will last with the amount of disciples and cars? Huh? Not even 2 weeks. Each one comes and park where he wants, and then he doesn't like the tree in front of his nose, and he just cuts it. Yeah, and it breaks my soul also. I cannot believe it. And such person also proclaims to be my disciple. How? How do you fit in with my teaching? When we do something like this, it's not only the tree that's important. It's not a mistake. It's our level. Our practice is so low. And karma is heavy. That's what makes people not like us, understand? Because of our level, not because of the tree. It's just leaking out of our inside. Whatever we do is mostly from the inside. Recently, I was having so much work, and sometimes it's very difficult to have time to sleep because of the Vietnamese refugees problem. Not because of our spiritual problem, yeah? Our spiritual progress is going on nicely because we started many years now, yeah? And it's more or less settled down and organized. It's not completely organized the way you think it should be, but we can never be completely organized because there will always be new disciples coming until they become used to it again and cooperate. It takes a longer time. And there are always disciples, always new things, always disturbances, yeah? Bringing new karma, new ideas, new egos, new pride, new stubbornness, and everything. So we always have to put up with it, especially me. So actually these things take care of themselves because now we have many disciples, yeah? And each one takes care of the next, more or less. It's not so chaotic like the first few years. And we have different centers and everything seems to be a little bit settled down, yeah? So it's not the spiritual issue that gives me trouble and makes me sleepless and all that. It's just the Vietnamese refugees, the urgency and the frustration of bureaucracy and the fear of the free world to increase their own burden, which they already have, and the fear of the different culture shock and clash, and the fear of the different ethnic backgrounds that make many nations step back from receiving the refugees. So when the refugees first came, there may be so many misunderstandings, cultural shock, and custom differences that are difficult to handle. Even though in the long run they will produce and help the nation, but for the first entrance, they might create some kind of waves, disturbances in the social structure of that nation. So this caused me to have a lot of work, headache, sleeplessness, less appetite, and caused a lot of suffering, inner agony, and tiredness, of course. And sometimes this also caused me to have a lack of time and energy to take care of the disciples. Even though inside, the master power takes care, but on the outside, sometimes you see me a little bit more tired or something like that. It's because of this. So recently I was in this kind of mood and wild schedule. Even sometimes when I'm on a lecture tour, I have to also take care of the refugee problem. Side by side. In the daytime, on evening lecture, and in the nighttime, I have to work on taking care of this. I cannot show you what I'm working on because this is not so easy. Sometimes you make 108 telephone calls, and then it ends up being nothing. Or you stay up all night and write beautiful proposals and get rejected. Yeah? You have to put the phrases together and the structure, which I'm not businesswoman. And the demand, a good proposal, even before I accept it or not, to know how much money is needed, how you handle it, how the personnel is going to work, and how the refugee is going to be taken care of. Everything they want to know. And therefore these things, even though it has not been successful, it costs a lot of work for me. And other people cannot always replace my work. So many letters I have to dictate, even though they sign it. I have to dictate because I don't know how to write it, and they don't write it the way they should. So I have to take care of every little thing. So recently I was very tired, have been very tired. So even when I sleep, I have nightmares. Just to give an example, what I have just said to you before, whatever comes out of even of our dream or action is in the leaking out of our inside, of what we have full of inside. So do not think that because you cut one more blade of grass, then I will scold you. It is your karma, your heavy karma. It is your lower level of consciousness that causes this. But we should demonstrate our inside wisdom by every action in life and daily life. That's how people know you're wise or not. People know whether truly practice or not, whether you progress or not. Otherwise, you can boast many things. You can hang all my pictures all over your chest and your hair and your feet and your hand everywhere to show your devotion. But that won't fool anyone. If your actions, your speech, and your thought are so low and harmful. So going back to my recent state, I was tired that even one day I had a bad dream. I don't dream, but that day I dreamed. What did I dream? It's just kind of topsy-turvy, you know. It means nothing at all, really. I dreamed about I saw my father and we are somewhere, but it was not in our house. Anyhow, my father was there. But it was at the end that I was supposed to be with my father somewhere. And I wasn't the master somewhere in the old time. And I had a snake with me. And the snake's supposed to bite everybody on the heels whenever he got a chance. Yeah. He looks cute and quiet, but he bites. And I just took him along for a walk. I didn't know how I did it. I remember maybe taking him by the tail, but I don't know how we can take a snake by a tail to go for a walk. But that happened in a dream, you know. In a dream, everything happens. And it's a strange dream and very rare. I probably was too exhausted and too frustrated, yeah, with all these things and all the sleepless nights and was nervous, stressed. So I remember taking him by the tail, walking around. Taking him for a walk like you take a dog for a walk. I took a snake for a walk. Probably belonged to me. So anyhow, suddenly I felt something like it wasn't walking with me. I don't know how a snake walks, but he seemed to walk in my dream. You know, I looked back and I saw he was so wounded and swollen, the whole body, except the tail part. And so I was so broken in my heart. So I knew, and I was so heartbroken. I knelt down in front of him. I said, please, don't die. Let me die for you. And I cried for him. I really wanted to die for him. I really felt that it was so terrible. I said, just whatever happened, just let me bear it for you. Let me die for you. And I woke up at that time. And then I said to one of the attendants at that time, I said, oh, geez, how come I had a dream like that? Take a snake by his tail and go walking. And I didn't realize it hurt him so much. And I felt so very, very hurt about that, very bad, that I knelt beside him and said, please don't die. Just let me die for you. And so I said, how come you want to die for a snake? I kept asking myself. Yeah. And I said to the attendant, it's a strange dream. Even if it happened like so, how can I truly want to die for the snake instead of him? I wanted to replace him, to die for him instead, and suffer for him instead. I said, how come? It's so strange. If you want to die for your loved one or a person, you can understand, but for a snake, who has heard of these things? How come it's such a strange dream? And so the attendant said, it is because you're always full of love. So even in a dream, even for the snake, you would express this kind of attitude and have this kind of mental attitude. So I was enlightened then, you know, through the attendant.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com vegan.com/master.
Vegan? I bet you cannot count how many lives you've saved, including yours and your loved ones.
Peace is happening around our world.
Peace News number 20 of many and counting.
There are many countries promoting peace and fostering amity among peoples and governments. Etc.
October 2023, a two-day conference convenes in Malta with 65 countries participating to discuss the 10-point peace plan of the President of Ukraine, or Ukraine, His Excellency Vladimir Zelensky, a Shining World Leadership Award for Bravery Laureate, to end the war in Ukraine, or Ukraine. By creating peace, we all can make a loving, serene, and prosperous world.
Wonderful viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode titled Why People Are Attracted to Practitioners, Part 1 of 3 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is multi-part series on ancient predictions about our planet prophecy, Part 332, Awaken True Love with a Savior to Dissolve Calamity. Right after noteworthy news, please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming. We thank the High Heaven for our precious vital bodies and radiant health nurtured by delicious vegan foods.
Being vegan, having peace, heaven, Godspeed.
Supreme Master TV Max. Maximize your blessings at home, work, and anywhere.
All of you should try to set up your telephone. You go onto the site called suprememastertv.com/max or Folia, Pocha, Livia. Then you can set up your computer or even your handy smartphone without SIM into 40 quadrillion screens of Supreme Master Television. The dots are very, very small, but there are 40 quadrillion screens behind them. And if you have several no-SIM phones set up on that, then it's a lot.
Other inventive ways to multiply the 40 quadrillion Supreme Master TV screens. When you go to www.suprememastertv.com/max, click the button that is for your device. One is for PC or Android phone or tablet. The other is for Apple iOS phone or tablet and any other device. Under that, you can click on the 1 + 3 times max button to see one big screen of Supreme Master TV Live that you can watch and listen to as usual, together with 3 smaller screens of 40 quadrillion each. Enjoy our TV and the immense blessing at the same time. The offline button downloads the video to your device to keep the positive energy flowing without internet connection. The N times max button shows many screens of 40 quadrillion for super multiplied blessings. Please tell all you know, all others, so this can help the whole world to be saved. Print out a Supreme Master TV Max card to distribute wherever you go, for example, if it is safe for you.
That kind of concentrated, huge, incredible energy will bless your home, bless your environment, your village, your town, or your city. And if many people do that, to bless your country, bless the world. Then our world will have less disasters, less war, more happiness, more intelligence, and more abundant blessings in our life. Just try it and you'll see the miracles that will happen.
To utilize this tool free of charge, please visit suprememastertv.com/max or youtube.com/@folia999/streams.